Hi, this is Matt from Smeg. This is just a quick video on how to set up the Smeg machines in Greggs sites. So we can turn the machine on. If you don't know, this just runs through the firmware version of the PCB. And because I've got the door open, it will say close, and that's where you need it. You have to have the door open. So what we do is we hold down the drain button for around 5 seconds. You'll hear the first beep, and on the second beep, the screen turns to a line of dashes. You quickly release and press again, and that gets you into the parameters. So I'm going to do that now. Here's the first beep. Keep my thumb pressed. Second, release and press. And it's going to say BOI 85, which is the boiler temperature. It's 85. We don't need to change that. So we use the drain button to move on the parameter, and the up and down or selection button to change. So I don't want to change that, I just want to move on. That's the tank temperature at 60 degrees. The next one is the rinse aid. Depending on whether yours is the 3-phase or the single phase model, this default will either be 1.2 or 1.5. We want it at 1.5. So as you can see, mine's 1.2, so I'm going to change it by pressing the selection button to get it to 1.5. So that's the rinse aid dosing. The next parameter, I'm going to move on using the drain button, and that's detergent. Exactly the same as the rinse aid. This will depend on your model. It's either 2.6 or 4. We want it set to 4 on Greggs sites. So again, you use the up and down button to get that to 4 grams per litre. Drain button again. We can leave that one as it is. We're then at the water hardness. Depending on where you are in the country, you're going to have to set the water hardness. Again, defaults can change from either be HO3 or HO5, depending on where you are in the country. I'm in a hard water area, so I'm going to change that to HO5. Move on, make sure extra rinse is off and complete clean is off. Leave thermostat turned on. You can't change total count, and then we'll get to set At this stage, if you don't know, we press the up and down button and we put the pin number in, which is 3110, and we put it in by pressing the on off button 3 times, P once and drain once. You should have seen 3110 flash up, and then we press the start button. We then at PRF 500, that's the size of the machine, you don't need to change that. And I've got to stress here, you don't want to change that. Don't press the up and down button now. Press the up and down button at this stage, you can reset the board. You don't want to be doing it. So I'm going to just press the drain button to move on to the next parameter. That's just telling me the board is index 2. Don't change that. The one that we do is the program table. We need this at 5. This just gives us different wash program options, and we want 5. So as you can see, mine's set to 8. So again, I'm going to use a selection button to get to PTAB 5. I'll then move on using the drain button. Ignore the read switch. Tank level needs to be at norm. Make sure that's correct. It will be set to norm. You won't have it set any other way, but just make sure that it is. Dosage in grams. Rinse pump on. Detergent pump on. Set off. Softener. If you've got the softener fitted, it's continuous, so that's correct. Always make sure RPU, which is the rinse pump's turned on. You'll get an error 26 if you happen to turn that off. The next one we need to change though is SPR. This is set program. These machines have 7 wash programs. Greggs have asked us to set it to just 1 wash program, which is program 4. So I'm going to use the up and down button to get to P4, which is program 4. That is then done. So you've got rinse aid, detergent, program table, and setting the program. Long press on the on off button, turn it on, you should be good to go.